Whatever emotion that you trigger in someone's mind is what leads to the motion of them taking action and buying a product. It leads to the motion of them taking action and moving forward with your company. But if I want somebody to go into motion, I need to first trigger. Today, I want to talk to you about the difference between an amateur salesperson, a good salesperson, and a great salesperson. And the reason this is so important is because sales is not just an interaction with a client or a consumer. Sales is leadership. I'm selling you on taking action to go do what you need to do. I'm selling somebody on working with my company. Heck, my wife sold me on dating her at one point. I sold her on dating me at one point. You've probably been sold on going to see a movie. Somebody sold you on why you should go see a movie. At the end of the day, all sales is influence. I influence you to take action, or you sell me on why you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, everything is sales. And so if we understand what actually leads to triggering people into taking action, if we actually understand what gets people to move, what gets people to buy, what gets people to believe and go do what they need to do, then all of a sudden we're going to become that much more influential when it comes to trying to move a prospect from a non-client to a client, move somebody from not doing anything to maybe getting results, move somebody from not working with your company to working with your company. It all comes down to what I'm about to talk to you about today. If you master this, I promise you, you're gonna see a massive shift in your business and also a massive shift in your life, because if you get good at this, even your life will get better. So let's talk about it. There are 3 different types of salespeople. We have the first type of person, which is an amateur salesperson. An amateur salesperson sells the benefits. They sell the bells and whistles. These are all the benefits and all the bells and whistles of the product. These are all the benefits and all the bells and whistles of working with our company. These are all the bells and whistles and all the benefits if you make it on this trip, if you come to our gym. If you come to our gym, we have the cleanest gym. If you come to our gas station, we have the cleanest bathroom. What are you doing? You're selling the benefit. But that's what an amateur salesperson does. Is it important? Absolutely. People don't buy a product without knowing the benefits. People don't join a company without knowing the benefits of working with that company. So benefits are extremely important, but it's not what triggers the main buy. So yes, do they need to know it? Absolutely. Will people buy without it? Absolutely not. Is it the main thing that leads to the buy? No, and we're going to get there. The second type of salesperson is a good salesperson. What do good salespeople do? They sell the outcome. They sell the outcome. Hey, if you use this dietary plan, you'll drop 20 pounds. It's the outcome. If you work with our company, you'll make X amount of money. It's the outcome. If you come to this retreat or this training, you're going to get this much value. What are you doing? You're selling the outcome. And is that important? Absolutely. Knowing the outcome of buying a product, working with the company, joining an opportunity, going to a training, going on a trip, right? Whatever you're trying to influence them to do, they do need to know the outcome. And that is very, 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 very important. But once again, it's not the number one thing that leads to the buy. So do people need to know the benefits? Yes. Do people need to know the positive outcome? Absolutely. But do you know what people need to know more than anything? That's what we're going to talk about next. And it's what great salespeople sell on. Great salespeople sell the feeling that they're going to have after utilizing your product, the feeling that they're going to have after dropping 15 pounds, or the feeling that they're going to have when they look themselves in the mirror because they did drop 15 pounds, the feeling that they're going to have working with your company, the feeling that they're going to have distributing a product on your platform. Great salespeople sell the feeling of greatness, the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of excitement. They sell the feeling. And if you can get really, really good at selling the feeling, you are going to see an absolute explosion in your results. And let me give you an example. I'm in financial services. And so being in financial services, one of the main things that we sell is peace of mind. I don't sell financial products. I sell the peace of mind that comes with the financial product. And that's the difference. I'm not going into my client presentations thinking, oh, let me just go over all the benefits of this product thinking they're going to buy. Absolutely not. I sell the feeling of what that product can do for them. Hey, can I ask you a question? How much better would you sleep tonight? Just knowing if God forbid something were to happen to you, your family would be taken care of because of this life insurance check that's there. How much better would you sleep tonight? And wouldn't it just feel incredible knowing that you had something like that in place? Wouldn't it just bring you so much peace of mind? Wouldn't it bring you happiness knowing that if you weren't here today, your family would be okay tomorrow? Wouldn't that bring you a lot of joy? Wouldn't that bring you happiness? I'm selling the feeling of getting the product. I'm not selling the benefits of the product, even though that's important. Hey, if you use this investment account or this financial account and it pays you $200,000 a year in retirement, hey, just curious, what would you use that $200,000 for? Like, I would travel with my family. Awesome. And just create incredible memories, right? How good would it feel? How good would it feel to be able to call everyone in your family and say, hey, I'm taking you on a trip. I'm taking you on a trip. We're going to go spending tons of time together, quality time together. How good would it feel to be able to do that for you and your family? It'd feel incredible, right? How good would it feel being in a position where you're earning enough income, or if God forbid your mom needed you, you can write a check at any moment? How good would it feel to be able to call your mom and say, hey, listen, mom, from here on out, I got us. I'm taking care of everything financially. You can walk out into the sunset. You never have to work again. I got us. How good would that feel? Once again, these are all things that lead to people taking action, right? Instead of selling money, if it's a business opportunity, oh, come work with our company, you'll make all this money. So no, hey, come work with our company. And yes, you're gonna be able to earn a great amount of income. Do you know what matters more than the income? It's what you're able to do for your family. How good would it feel to be able to do X, Y, and Z for your family? How good would it feel to be able to tithe X amount of money to your church? How good would it feel to be able to start a nonprofit and help children in other countries that need your support and need your help? You're selling the feeling. I want you to always remember this. Emotions trigger motion. So emotion triggers motion. So whatever emotion that you trigger in someone's mind is what leads to the motion of them taking action and buying a product. It leads to the motion of them taking action and moving forward with your company. It leads to the motion and them taking action of doing whatever you need them to do. But if I want somebody to go into motion, I need to first trigger an emotion. That means that I got to sell the feeling. If I sell the feeling and you buy that feeling, you are now operating from the emotional standpoint of that feeling. And that feeling is what's going to lead to you taking action and or not. And so what great salespeople know, great salespeople, very influential leaders, what they all know is that if I sell the feeling, if I can trigger the right emotion, that emotion will lead to you being in motion, and that motion will lead to the outcome that I'm looking for. Guys, I really believe that if you understand what I just talked to you about today, that your entire business can shift, the way you lead people will shift, the way you grow, the way you scale, the way you sell, the way you get results, all of it will shift because it is that important. And so do me a favor, if you got something from today, can you share it with somebody? Can you send the link for YouTube or the podcast or Spotify, wherever you're listening to this? Can you just go tell somebody about today's message? I really believe it'll make a big difference and lead to people getting more results, but it's not gonna help them if they don't know about it. So share this with a friend, like, subscribe. We put out all this information for free, free for you. It costs us money. The only reason I still do these episodes and these podcasts because a lot of you have given me such great feedback that I almost feel like I'm letting you down if I don't show up. But honestly, it just costs us money and it takes a lot of time and energy. So all we do ask is that if we're going to put this information out to try to make a difference, help us make an even bigger difference by telling other people about it. I appreciate you guys. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you guys next week.